Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And before we get into today's video, guys, allow me to just do my shameless plugins. If you're not, make sure you're following me on the appropriate social media at Tanek127. And if you guys want to be updated with more Valorant content, make sure you smash that like button on today's video. And also, if you're new here, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. So, as we know, and it's no secret by now, I have talked about Valorant here a few times on the channel. As you guys know, I'm a console guy, so, it's pretty much been around console discussion, leaks, rumors, etc. And, the Valorant console scene has actually, stepped up a notch. While I was taking my little break away from YouTube, a decent chunk of news came out about it. One of the lead producers on Valorant, she had a interview with GameSpot, where she actually gave some insight on where the team wants to go when it comes to bringing Valorant to console and stuff like that, if they're actually going to do it. Now, I'm going to make a big fat disclaimer before we get into this video here, and I don't want to be the negative Nancy in the room, but I've made it clear about how I feel when it comes to Riot and bringing games to console. I don't think they're too crazy about it when it comes to any game. As you all can see, history is kind of proof of that. It took them 10 years to even consider bringing League of Legends to console. Wild Rift has had an open Twitter out and been spreading information on alphas and everything like wildfire. And of course, the only version that's been talked about is mobile. Console players don't even know if they're going to touch or see their version in 2020. Now, part of that's probably due to the pandemic going on in the world. I'm sure that has slowed Riot down a ton, but console players have yet to get no update whatsoever on a game that was announced last year and said to be coming to multiple platforms this year, which I think is kind of screwy. But I just want you guys to know, my take on this, where I'm feeling, how I'm feeling about this, etc., etc. Now, Their article goes to say, and I'm going to read it and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts after this. I'm not too keen about Riot's wording and opinion in this article, but we're going to go ahead and talk about it anyway. The article goes to say, while Valorant isn't getting a PS4 or Xbox One release at launch, Riot is definitely prototyping a console version, but that's not a guarantee it will happen. And that's the funny part, guys. That's the part I want to talk about and get into. But we're going to read the article first. Valorant is out on PC after a successful closed beta period that attracted record-breaking Twitch numbers. Its popularity has many fans and potential players wondering about a possible console release. Will Valorant ever come to PS4 and Xbox One or even Nintendo Switch, as other competitive games like Overwatch have? In GameSpot's Play For All interview with Riot Games, we asked Anna Donlin, I hope I said her name right, if not, forgive me, executive producer of Valorant, to elaborate on the team's plans to bring Valorant to more platforms. She goes to say, we are definitely prototyping that right now, but there's a way to play this game and there's a way to experience this game that we're not entirely sure translates completely to console play. Donlin explained that the core of Valorant is its strong level of competitive integrity, and its designers worry about players feeling like anyone has an unfair advantage based on the platform they're relying on. A potential console version of Valorant would need to capture that same Valorant experience for all players, according to Riot. If we feel like we can deliver this experience on those platforms, we absolutely will, said Donlin. But we really want Valorant to stand for a certain type of gameplay and a certain type of experience. That means if Riot feels it needs to compromise on any part of the core Valorant experience to make it work on console, then it won't happen. It's not a no for sure, Donlin clarified, mentioning that some designers on the team are very excited to prove the potential of Valorant on consoles, but it definitely wasn't the focus out of the gate, and if we're to do it, it'll definitely be delayed. Valorant is out now exclusively on PC. Read up on its 1.0 patch notes for everything in the full release version. Now, a lot more articles and the Valorant developers have came out and spoken about this multiple times. Just so you guys can see, I'll put this article and a few others down in the description. I actually got into a big debate on Twitter the other day with a guy because I'm one of those guys that yells, hey, bring Valorant to console, because Twitter's a place, an easy place to give game feedback. That's why I'm on there all the time. Community managers read posts and stuff that gamers and especially content creators like myself put there all the time. So if I have a wish that I would like to see happen, I write it on Twitter. But of course, you have some of these cancerous knuckleheads in the gaming community that, are against your wishes and blah blah blah, even though it's nothing but a wish. Now, what I want to talk about here is her wording. A lot of the developers, and I believe including her herself, they're worried about the game not working on console. One common argument I see especially when a Valorant player comes at me about it on Twitter, they say is, the precise gunplay just doesn't work on a controller. And the same counter argument I always bring up is, well, have you ever played Rainbow Six Siege? The thing is, it's not about the gun. Well, it is about the gunplay working. Don't get me wrong. The thing that a lot of people forget when it comes to Valorant is, Valorant does have an ADS system, which translates well to controllers because damn near 99% of console shooters ADS, as well as, it's just missing a sprint system. So Valorant is definitely controllable with a controller. This type of gameplay can be done, and I know there are people who are concerned about aim assist and yada yada yada. Now, as a console player, whether you use aim assist or not, that's completely up to you. Me personally, I'm a player who doesn't use aim assist. I haven't used aim assist since Modern Warfare 2. I do not like it. Back in the days of the PlayStation 3, aim assist was very heavy and strong in my opinion. Around there, I lost taste for it. The reason I stopped using aim assist is because I was playing a game one time, I don't remember if it was in Uncharted 2 or Modern Warfare 2, and the reticle literally pulled me so hard it dragged me off of my target. And ever since that day, I was like, yeah, screw this system, and I haven't used it since. The only time I've even attempted to use it is in the newer Modern Warfare where they've had precise and lighter versions. Me, when it comes to my shooters, I use little or no aim assist, but that's just me, and I'm sure, I'm not the only person out there that doesn't care for the system. But if aim assist even is brought to the game, because aim assist is also in games like Siege, Paladins, Overwatch, and things like that, that's not going to change the way this game style is played. Unless they plan on taking these agents, giving them 3 times the amount of health that they do, and just putting a straight up team deathmatch in the console version of Valorant, that's not going to change the way it's played. A tactical shooter where you have 1 life and a very low time to kill, people are going to play precise, slow-paced, and tactical regardless. You know why? Because all shooter players have the same thing in common. They don't want to die. And especially, now in 2020 with how obsessed everyone is with their stats, not wanting to be killed, wanting to be the best one, to have the nice clip to throw everywhere all over social media. That's not going to change. The gameplay of the game itself is what determines how it's going to be played, not exactly the player's playstyle. And one thing I think that Riot needs to remember is, especially on console, Valorant's not going to be for everybody, because there are run and gun knuckleheads out there who like run and gun knucklehead style shooters like Call of Duty. And if that's the case, Call of Duty comes out every year. They can go and keep playing that. But there are people who like these slower paced tactical shooter, the ones that play Siege, the ones that play, slower paced S&D style games like Warface Breakout, or the ones that play Search and Destroy all the time in games like COD and stuff like that. There is a group of people that this experience is for, and that's a big group on console. That's why a lot of these games have been able to do things like crossplay and stuff like that. There was a point in time where people swore PC COD players and console COD players couldn't play together. Hello people, welcome to 2020, the realm of crossplay. There's no secret magic formula that Activision just magically adapted that Fortnite's had all this time and stuff like that. They just put these players together in a group and let them see for themselves that it's not so bad. And I'm sorry, but don't get me wrong, mouse and keyboard has wonderful accuracy, but I play cross-play shooters all the time, and I have never ever in my life ran into an instance where I've went head-to-head with a PC player using a controller that was just destroying me over and over. And guys, don't blame it on my aim assist, because I don't use it. So I'm not a guy you can hit with that excuse. I don't know. I know a lot of my opinion here and everything is just, opinion it's formulated. It's from one guy, but I personally believe Valorant on console can work. I believe it should work. And honestly, I just feel like Riot is aiming more towards avoiding it than actually embracing it, which is sad. Now, a lot of people use the excuse too, well, CSGO failed on console, da 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 da. Y'all brought out a tactical shooter on console that never got any updates during COD's prime time. What did you think was going to happen? Like, come on, you look at CSGO console compared to CSGO PC. Gee, I wonder why it didn't work out on console. Come on, I hear a lot of silly things. It's just, I don't know, Valorant just has so much potential. It's so different. Like, the fact that you have a gem like this and you wouldn't want to expand on it, just, that baffles me more than anything. I don't know, guys. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think I'm being too console biased and everything? If so, go ahead. Feel free to tell me. That's what the comment section is for. Everybody has their preferred platforms. Riot has theirs. I have mine. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy, Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care.